Wrong thing. All right, so today what we'll be doing is making our own game today. We're maybe making a chase game using Scratch. But first, since it's been 2 weeks, sorry? All right.
Like this.
All right. But since it's been a while since we went over what we did, we'll just do a quick review of what we did last week. Of the polygon game.
Yes.
So remember, every time we press it, it would make a design.
Yes.
And you could also change the shape of the polygon. Okay, so let me move this block real quick. So just whenever you press this, it would make a shape, and you can also change the different pen colors and everything. And remember, if we pull up the instructions, you can see how to do it.
Yes, mine made colorful flowers. Yes.
So do you remember what block specifically made the colorful flowers?
Because I made change pen color by pick random 100 something to something and set pen size to pick random something.
No, but do you remember what specifically in these code blocks made the flower colors?
The color, it was the change pen color by pick random 100 to 200.
Or do you remember the shape itself? What made the shape change? Like, for example, if I changed it to...
Oh, because what made the shape, it was just move. I forgot what amount of steps, and then it was turn 95 degrees, and it was repeat 50.
Yeah. So this block specifically, what it does, it changes where the block is, where the pen is, where it drops, and makes it repeat several times, so you're able to create a polygon. But if you wanted to,
back to it. So it's repeat 50. So 75 steps.
So repeat 50, move 75.
Move 75 steps, set pen size to pick random 1 to 10.
Okay. And what about the turn? Or do you not want the turn?
First, then it's change pen color by pick random 1 to 200, and then it's turn 93 degrees. That's what's in the loop.
Turn 93 degrees?
Yes, and also the color blocks, the pen, the size, and the color blocks between the two.
Okay, so you're saying...
Wait, put those. And then there's pen down above the loop.
Right, so you have pen down over here, right?
Yes.
So if we took it, so where would you move this block?
Between move 75 steps and turn 93 degrees.
Okay.
And the same thing with the pen size.
Okay.
I just also made it a random thickness.
Okay. So if we put it back together.
And then I made it x minus 120, y minus 73 for a special reason, because I just use the background.
Okay. So if I ran it right now. So yep, that made a square. Yes. Several squares, and it just repeats itself over and over to where it looks like a flower.
Yep.
All right.
I made 2 of them.
Do you have another combination?
No.
All right, that's fine then. All right. So then let's get on to what we're doing today. So like I said earlier, we'll be making a chase game today. So what you want to do is sign onto Scratch that MIT Untitled.edu.
Okay, I'm always on that.
All right, Marianne, are you there?
Now should I go to create?
So now you press create.
I'm in.
Okay, then you press tutorials.
Tutorials. And
then you press make a chase game.
Make a chase game?
Yeah. So
I'm
before
looking for it.
It's the one with the octopus.
The one with the octopus?
Mm-hmm. Let me show you. You go back to tutorials. Hi, Sakura.
Oh.
This one right here, right there.
Make a chase game.
All right.
I'm in the tutorial.
All right.
I'm gonna play.
All right, hold on. Wait for everybody, okay? Because I'll share the screen so we can all watch it together. All right. All right. So currently we're starting our lesson for today. And so what we'll be doing is creating a chase game. So to access today's lessons, sign on to scratch.mit.
Can I play it right now for myself?
Yes, but you would have to mute yourself, okay? All right. So you go to scratch.mit.edu. And then you sign on. Then you press create. Then tutorials up here, right next to edit in the toolbar. And then this is the one we'll be doing today, make a chase game. It's the one with the octopus. Do you have it? So you press make a chase game. All right, and I'll share the video. Make sure. Okay.
You can use Scratch to make a chase game. To start, let's pick a backdrop. Now let's pick a sprite. I'll choose the octopus. Let's make it move when I press the arrow keys. When I press the right arrow key, we can make it move right. And left arrow to move left. Let's add a sprite to chase. I'll choose the star. Let's make this sprite move around randomly. Click the green arrow to see this code and to see what else you might add to your game.
All right. So let's go ahead with the tutorial. So first it says add a backdrop, right? So in order to add a backdrop, you just go to the bottom right-hand corner over here where you see the picture icon. It says choose a backdrop. So I think for me personally, you can do whichever one you want. I'll just do the beach. And then next step is to add a sprite. So to add a sprite or a character or an icon, you go to the bottom right-hand corner again, right next to where it said backdrop, and you press choose a sprite. So you can choose whichever one you want. I just chose a butterfly, and I don't think I'm gonna keep the regular cat though. I'll probably just delete that one. I chose a butterfly. Then what you do is you go to events and drag out two of these. So when space key is pressed, you can change it to when right arrow is pressed and when the left arrow is pressed. And then you go into motion over here and have it to change by 10. So whenever the right arrow key is pressed, it will change, it will go 10 across on the x-axis, right? But in order to make it go left, you just put the minus sign in front of the 10. So it's able to move left. So whenever I press the left arrow key, it moves left. Whenever I press the right arrow key, it moves right. Okay. After that, you can also make it move up and down as well with the same steps. You just have to put up arrow, go back into motion, and instead of change X by 10, you go to change Y by 10. So whenever I press my up arrow key, it moves up by 10 on the Y axis. And also you can do the same when the space key is pressed, and then move it to down arrow, go to motion, change Y by 10, and you just put a minus sign in front of it. So it can move right, left, up, and down. Okay, so I'll probably just move it around to make it a bit more organized. Now to add another sprite to have it move randomly, press choose the sprite again right here. You can choose whichever one you want. So I think I'm going to do a beach ball just because it's on the beach, so it makes the most sense. So you have the beach ball. And so you go to events right here, the yellow tab, press the top one. When the green flag is clicked, then you go into control and you're going to select a forever loop. And then you're going to go glide 1 sec to random position to have it move around randomly. So glide 1 sec to random position. So if you wanted to, you could also add sound. So for now, you can see how it looks. And you see, whenever I move my arrow, I could have it move around so you're able to try and chase the beach ball. Pretty cool, right? Anyone have any questions so far? Were you guys able to catch up and get everything? Or you have any questions on anything, how to find anything, or? Right, everyone is able to get it? Victor, Marianne, Sakura? You're all good? Okay. So now if you wanted to, you can make it add a sound whenever it does touch the beach ball, right? So you press on the one that's chasing the sprite. So I'll go back.
Which event do I need?
Sorry?
Which event do I need?
For which one?
For the yellow event one.
But the event to what? To make the butterfly move or the beach ball?
The butterfly.
Okay. So the butterfly, when you go into events, you press the second one right underneath the green flag, right? So you make sure you press the butterfly and press when the space key is pressed, and you could just move it. You can just change it, sorry. So that's why I selected it and just changed it from up, down, left, and right. I have it on my screen. And I'll just delete this one. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
No problem. All right. So you can also have it make a sound every time you do, every time you are able to manage to make the sprite touch the sprite that's being chased, right? So you go into events and press when the green flag is clicked. And then you go to control, select a forever loop, and put it underneath when green flag is clicked. And then inside of that, you're going to go right underneath the forever loop and select an if statement. So what an if statement does, it's kind of like if it does touch it, then you play then you would do this instance, right? So in this case, it would have, if you go down to sensing, if it touches the beach ball, then you could have it play a sound. So you can do any sound. For this one, I'll probably just stick with pop because that's the only one I have on there, right? So if I press it, so you see whenever it does touch, it plays the popping sound. You see that? Anyone have any questions?
Which one for the beach ball?
How to get the beach ball?
No. The pop sound.
The pop ball, the pop sound? Okay, so in order to get the popping sound, I had it where whenever the butterfly touches the beach ball, then it plays a popping sound. So in order to do that, I just double click on the butterfly, and that's when you go into events, take the green flag here, the control, scroll down, and you put this together. So whenever I play it, whenever it doesn't touch, there's no sound, right? But as soon as it does, it creates a popping sound. Does that answer your question, or you still need help?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Marianne, you're also good? Okay. All right, so now we're going to create it. So you can create a score every time the butterfly touches the beach ball. So go to score, you're going to press make a variable, and you can name it score. And press OK. So I have it created. And then you'll just add in score, or you would, you would go down, scroll down after and take this block and drag it out and change, and then you go to the drop down and change its score instead. So every time the butterfly touches the beach ball, the score goes up. So if you press it, the score goes up, right? So if you wanted to, you could also make it a bit more complicated. Like you could also add something to avoid, an object to avoid. So in order to do that, you'll just have to add another sprite. So I think I'll add, what should I add? I'll probably add a crab, right? So in order to do it, go back to control, or go back to when the green flag is clicked, control, and then you add in your forever loop. And then you go back into motion. And then glide 1 second to random position. Okay. So now I'll go into the butterfly and I can add in another if statement, right? If, and then I go into sensing. I say touching crab. And then you can go change score by -1. And you can maybe add in another sound, or is there another sound? I don't think I have another sound on here for whatever reason. I don't have a lot of sounds. Okay. So ready to try it out? Now you see every time I go over the crab, my score goes down. Okay. Everyone got it? Okay. Victor, you good? Sakura, you're good? All right. I'll take that as a yes. Okay. So what I want everyone to try is to make their own chase game and to also come up with a backstory behind it and to come up with a character, one thing to avoid and one thing they're trying to get, or set a certain score you have to reach and a certain objective, and then we could try each other's game. That sounds good? So you can add in different things if you wanted something to avoid, some things to try and collect or to try and touch, you could do that as well. And I'll give you guys until 11:45 to just make your own game, and you can share it after. And maybe after that, you can also share the file so we'll be able to try each other's games. Okay? All right then. See you soon. All right, so Victor, you there? Victor?
Yes. I'm just having trouble looking for what I did.
Okay, so it's only the two of us now, so we're just gonna share it, all right? And then we'll be done.
I understand everything.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.